Hello players and welcome to another video on APWARS. Troop enlistment is available. You can now stake your troops at war. Hurry up. Once this video goes live, you have just over 2 days to finish your troop enlistment. This video will show you step by step how you can stake your troops in the war contract and what to expect from the war. How do you send your troops to war? In terms of strategy, you should buy NFTs, preferably the Elixir and the Arcane's book from the black market, buy troops or unstake your troops from the pools, enlist them for war on this website. So, if you haven't heard about this, you have 2 wars coming. One, and first, is the battle for supremacy. Here, the greatest total faction power plus morale plus luck will dictate the winner. Only one of the 2 factions will win. So that means that only humans or degenerates will win the first war. The losing faction will receive war courage at a ratio that it corresponds to the total amount of war gold that will be burned plus the war gold ratio of the troops' prices. So if a troop would be worth 5 war gold, that means that if 1 soldier dies, it corresponds to 5 war gold that have been burned. The winning faction will also earn war courage. Still, they will earn a lot less, considerably less war courage than the losing faction in this first battle for supremacy. The winning faction will have the chance to fight against the Fed, against the Dragon Louis. In this war, we have 800,000 war gold at stake for the players. So this war gold will be sent back to the players in a ratio that goes from 10% to 90% in total. What happens to the war gold that does not go back to the players? It is actually burned, having a positive impact on the token price. So let's imagine that you have 50% chance of winning the war gold, or in this case that the result from the war against the Fed was 50%. That will mean that 400,000 of the war gold will be sent back to the troopers, to the players. How is this done? Simple. Your price as a player is a ratio of your troops forces divided by the total troops forces of your faction times the amount of war gold that the troops have won. So let's imagine that you would have, let's say, 90%. So that would give back to the players 720,000 war gold, which is, well, in dollar terms at the moment, almost $5,000. Again, your price ratio would be the ratio of your troops forces over the total troops forces that you have in your faction. Going into the details, how to actually submit and enlist your troops at war. As said, you can go to the black market and buy some NFTs. Preferably the Elixir, and you can find them here, the Elixir and the Arcane's book, because these elixirs, depending whether they are 10, 15 or 20%, they can bring back from the dead 10, 15 or 20% of your troops. The Arcane's book has the ability to bring back 25% of the troops, of the arcane troops that you send to war. So how exactly do you send your troops to war? You can either follow the main page and go to War Against the Fed, or you go to the website that was showcased in the previous slides. You go into Enlist, and then you decide the troops that you want to stake. How do you do this? Simple. You check how and which troops you have and which are the troops that you want to send to war. Okay? So what can you do? You go into exchange. You can either buy troops if you want, or you can unstake some of the troops that you have in order to do what you want. So let's imagine that, well, in this case, you have some troops that are staked. This is the demo account that has been used. So we actually have two demo accounts, one with NFTs and one without, for the newbies, for the new players, to see how no NFTs is worked upon. Well, in this case, it doesn't really matter. So you can harvest your troops. You just harvest them. You approve. You can even unstake them from the liquidity if you want. Okay, so you can unstake the troops from your liquidity pool and then stake them at war. Well, it's pretty much the same. So now we have War Blade Master in your wallet, and then you go into the War Blade Master here, and you will approve the enlistment. If you are unsure of the faction that you want to use, or if you are unsure how many troops you want to send to war, you don't have to decide all at once. The beauty of this is that when you decide to send your troops to war, you can choose how many troops you send to war at the given time. So you might want to wait. Okay, let's say that I don't want to send all of my troops. I just want to send, let's say, 100, round number. You just confirm. Boom. There they go. You can do this for any of the troops that you want to enlist at war. You will be seeing the amount of troops, your quantity at war, and the amount of troops that have been staked at war. And from here, you can actually start to get a feeling of how much. See that it increased. It was 9.35 and now it's 9.45 because these 100 were added to the war. So here you'll have a feeling of how many troops and what is the ratio of the troops that you're sending to war. And also, if you go back to the previous slide, you can also see who will, well, probably be the winner in terms of forces. Okay, do not forget that these troops enlistment only account for the number of troops. This is not total power, so it will really dictate, the total power will really dictate who wins. Also, you have luck and morale that can really be a game changer. In the first conflict, see here, guess who won? The corporation, because luck and morale really played a key role here. So choose your side carefully, choose your side wisely. Be prepared to have several troops dying at war. Between 1/3 and 2/3 of your troops are highly likely to die at war, depending on your winning and losing faction. So if you die, so if your faction loses on the first war, there's a high chance that a good percentage of your troops die at war. And again, even if you're in the winning faction and if your troops survive from the first war, and let's imagine that you only have 20% of your troops dying in the first war, there's a high chance that they die, or that you have a lot of troops dying on the second war, the war against the Fed, okay, the round 2 result. If you have the elixir and or the Arcane's book, you can bring the specific percentage of your troops back from the dead back into your wallet that you can then use to go into the farms again. Don't forget that after each war event, you will have the celebration festival, where the war courage will be used and can be used to be sent to these highly incentivized, which will be much higher than this, incentivized pool. Okay, this will last for a week and you will be able to be farming more war gold if you have more war courage. You can do whatever you want with the war courage. You can either sell it or keep it for future use. Don't forget that the war courage has a lot of impact and usability on the training center. Okay, here. Okay, so you will always need war courage for this. So choose your troops wisely, choose your side wisely, and then make your own decisions. Don't forget that this is a strategy game and the best strategy will win. Players, as always, enjoy the war, have fun, play, comment. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and some comments in the comment section, and follow us on social networks on Twitter and also on Telegram and Discord channels, which link will be just below in the description of this video. Enjoy and see you on the next one.